Do you love giving gift cards for the holidays? Today, I am going to show you how to make the cutest cardstock gift card holder. This thing right here is so stinking cute. I created this SVG file. You're going to be able to find the SVG file, but also the cardstock for this project, all in my cardstock warehouse. I'm also going to show you how we add personalization and create this really cute working pouch for the back of our gift card holders. Now, cool little thing is if you wanted to make these as tree ornaments, all you need to do is punch a little hole, put this on your Christmas tree, and ain't he so cute? Love him. Now, whenever I construct SVG files, I'm very methodical about how I construct them because I want to make sure that there's very little pieces to assemble. These gift card holders right here are going to take you no time to assemble because there is very minimal little pieces, but the end results look fabulous. All right, y'all, are you ready to make the cutest gift card holder you ever did see? Let's go. So the very first thing you need to do is head over to my cardstock warehouse and first download the SVG file that we're going to be using for today's project, and then also pick up all of your cardstock for this project. We have a wide selection, over 100 different shades, colors, and textures. Once you're done doing that, what you want to do is head over into Cricut Design Space and press New Project. Then what we want to do is come over here into Upload and then Upload Image. Then what you want to do is find that downloaded file and then drag and drop it into Cricut Design Space. Then what you want to do is press Continue. Cricut Design Space makes everything look really fuzzy, but that's okay. You just want to press Upload because it's not fuzzy when we get to this point. Now, there is a glitch within Cricut Design Space that resizes SVG files. What you need to make sure and do is by selecting this file is you want to come over here and change the height over to 10 inches and press Return. Now what we want to do is right click and press Ungroup. Now the only change that you have to do for this project is going over here into this envelope looking cutout. You need to open it up with a caret. Now we need to change this U-shaped box from a basic cut over to a score line. Then what you need to do is either select both pieces over here or click on the top little thing right here, and you need to press Attach. So essentially what you just told the Cricut is that we are going to score these lines onto this little envelope. This envelope is going to house your gift card that you're going to put on the back of this cute little gingerbread. All right, I want to add a personalization to this project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this vertically just so you can see it just like this, because this right here is going to be the top. This U shape is going to be the top. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my pen do the writing for me. You could do this a print then cut project if you wanted to, but I'm just going to use my Cricut pen just because it's the easiest for me. And all I'm going to do is come over here into text and click the text box. Now what I'm going to do is insert the text that I need for my project. Then what I'm going to do is click out of that, and I'm just going to put this over here just so I can see my lettering that I'm going to use. Now what I'm going to do is come over here to font and click on it. Now you could just search for a font that you want to use for this project. However, there are two things here. First, I no longer pay for Cricut Access, so I can't use anything that's Cricut Access fonts. Second, I need to use a single line font because I'm going to be using a pen. I don't want my letters to end up looking like bubble letters and I have to hand fill them in. So how to do that is come over here to these two lines, and we want to do a writing. So if you pay for Cricut Access, you could stop here because all of these are going to be the single line fonts. But if you do not pay for Cricut Access, what you need to do is come over here and press Free. Now, by clicking out of that, all of these right here are going to be the free fonts that you can use without paying for Cricut Access. Now all you need to do is find a font that you want to use for your project. And then once you do, all you need to do is just put this into your little envelope. And I think just to be able to make my font a little bit bigger, I'm just going to rearrange the way that these look. Oh, that's perfect. All right, and let's just make this larger. Now, if you are doing this, what you want to do is fit your writing inside this rectangle. So this score line over here to the left and to the right, you want your writing to be within those two pieces of score line. Also down here, you don't want to go over it and you don't want to go above it. So you want to just keep it nice and center within this little rectangle that's right here. Okay, when you have that done, all you need to do now is select your envelope piece with your score line and also your font or your lettering or your writing that you're going to be using today, and you just want to press attach. So earlier what we did was we told the Cricut, hey Cricut, not only do we want to cut out this little envelope, but we also want to do a score line on top of the envelope. Now, not only do we want to do a score line on top of the envelope we're cutting out, we are also going to use the pen to do this. Now at this point your design process is finished. If you needed to make multiples of these, I would suggest making multiple copies now, which would be selecting all, Command A, or just drag and select everything, and copy and paste, which would be Command C, Command V, or you could do copy, paste, or even duplicate would work too. So once you have that done, make sure and save your work. And then what you want to do is press make. Now at this point, what you want to do is pull all the cardstock that you're going to need for this project. You will notice that I have two kind of different white colors. The reason for that is this one right here, I am going to cut out in plain white cardstock. Then this one I am going to cut out in glitter cardstock. And just like with any other project, I like to nest all of my items, making sure that they're not overlapping. But this way, when you do it this way, you can conserve on material and you have less waste. And we got this all looking cute. Oh, and then for this one right here, you can see that it technically says that I need 2 pieces of brown cardstock. That is not the truth, because what we can do is by selecting one of these browns, we can just drag it over here so we don't lose it. We're going to select these 3 dots and press move object. And we are going to go over here into this mat and press confirm. Now what you need to do is just rearrange your gingerbread cutout to where they are going to fit in between each other. You don't have any of your lines overlapping. And now instead of having 2 pieces of brown cardstock, you really only need 1. So fun little fact for you on the Cricut thing. All right, now all you need to do is pull out your cardstock that you're going to use for this project and meet me over at the Cricuts. Okay, after you pull out all your cardstock, what you want to do is put them in the order of which we need to cut them. I am going to be using ivory, new white, plain black, light pink, lipstick, and craft for this project. And I just want to note that all of my glitter cardstock is shed free. So although my fingers are dirty, you are never going to be able to get any type of glitter off any of my cardstock, of my glitter cardstock, because it is 100% shed free, which is why I love my cardstock so much. Okay, once that's done, all you want to do is just put this in a stack underneath your Cricut machine. So when we go to cut this, what you want to do is press continue on your computer, and you're going to let everything sink in. So for me, my very first piece of paper, I need to have 2 things. I need to have the scoring tool and then also a pen. You want to make sure and follow the directions on your Cricut. So for me, the very first thing the Cricut wants me to do is have the scoring stylus already put in place, which it is. This is the scoring stylus. What you need to do is put this in the clamp A until it clicks, and then you just want to close the clamp. We are going to load this in, or our mat in first, changing our cut settings over from Cardstock Plus to the Cardstock mode if you're using a Cricut Explorer 2, using the fast cut mode on our computer. Now what you're going to do is you're going to press the blinking C button. So what the Cricut is going to do now is it is going to do the score lines of on your mat. Now when it's done doing that, the Cricut now says load in the pen. So what you want to do is don't touch your buttons over here, is you want to take this out and just set this aside. Then what we're going to do is taking our pen, we are going to load it into the same clamp. Closing the clamp and then pressing the blinking C button. Now what the Cricut is going to do is the writing. While we wait for mat 1 to get done, all I'm going to do is load in another piece of paper into my second mat. All right, now when you are done using your pen, always make sure and take your pen out and put the lid on it, because you will dry out your markers if you don't do that. All right, now what we want to do is just eject and put in our next mat for cutting. At this point, it's pretty much easy breezy. All you have to do is cut out all the rest of the pieces of cardstock that we need for this project. Okay, and when we are done with cutting, all you need to do is slide your Cricut out of the way, press done on your computer, and that is it with our Cricut. Cricut Crafted made easy. Okay, assembly of this project is really easy. All we want to do is just move this over to the side. We have our nice little organized piles. I love keeping everything in organized piles, but the very first thing we want to do is you want to fold your envelopes, your cardstock envelopes. So what you want to do is fold this. See these lines right here? You just want to make the folds. It's going to be easier if you fold in like this, and then you want to fold out. Okay. You want to keep your writing, if you have writing, you want to keep that forward facing you. Otherwise that you're going to glue it down to the piece of paper. Now taking a bone folder, a scraping tool, a credit card, and you just want to make a seal just like this, just to make sure that you have your sizing correct before you glue everything down. You want to make sure that this gift card fits right in there, and it does. Look at that, sized perfectly for a gift card. Perfect. Look, so cute. Setting those over to the side because we don't need them right now. Going back over into our little gingerbread cutie patooties. What we want to do is glue these down. So we're going to glue our gingerbreads first. I always love to design SVG files that are really easy to assemble. Just like cutting with your Cricut, I don't have much patience for a slow cutting machine. I also don't have much patience for crafts that take forever to assemble. So I'm always really methodical about how I create my SVG files, because I definitely don't want to spend a ton of time assembling things. Hopefully you can appreciate that one. I chose to use ivory cardstock for this project instead of white, because frosting, like when you have like gingerbread frosting, oftentimes the frosting isn't white, it's more of like an ivory tone. So I figured that, you know, we might as well make them look as real as possible. Okay, so we are going to put down our hat, and then we'll do the red hat. Okay, let's do the bow. Okay, so for the smaller little pieces, what I use is this right here. It has a wax tip on the very bottom of it. It used to be black, but for some reason it's green now. But anyways, all you want to do is just shape it just a little bit, where we are going to pick up one piece of cardstock and bloop it right down. Bloop. And so we have them just like that. And then we'll put just a dab of glue down. And then we are just going to put just our smile on it. Okay, then what I like to do is taking my finger, make sure it's clean, and you just want to dab the glue off. Now, if you're using the glue that I use for my cardstock projects, you're not going to have an issue with it drying funky, because this glue dries 100% clear when it's done. Okay, so then we're just going to add in 4 more little dots, 2 for the cheeks, 2 for the eyes, and then we are going to add in the little cheeky things. Look at how cute these are. They're so cute. My favorite little gingerbread cookies. Oh my gosh, adorable. Okay, now all we need to do is flip these over. Make sure that you have the cardstock dry enough to where they're not gonna, you know, slip while we turn these around. But all you need to do is turn them around. Now, when it comes to your little pocket, what you want to do is just put some glue. You don't want a whole lot of glue, because you don't want the glue to spill out over into this area, because you don't want to close your entire pocket down. So you don't need a whole lot of glue. A little bit of glue goes a long way. And all you want to do is put this in the middle of your gingerbread, making sure we push this down
just so we get a nice, good little suction. I used the same color as what we have used for the backer, just so it nicely blends in. Just to make sure that it still works, you just want to slide in a card, just so it houses in there. Okay. Then doing the same thing with my personalized one. Wasn't this cardstock craft so easy to do and assemble, and the end results end up looking absolutely phenomenal.
All right, friends, please tell me you had so much fun creating this gift card holder with me today. Also, I would like to note here that if you didn't want to create a gingerbread cutout for your gift card holder, what you could do is get the SVG file and only use the pouch. You could have made a snowman, a Santa Claus, a reindeer, anything. You could use any type of cutout you ever did want, and just put this envelope on the back, making sure that it obviously fits just like I have here. But you could create any cutout as a gift card holder just by using this little envelope pouch. So the cool thing about downloading SVG files is sometimes you don't want to create a gingerbread, but using elements found within an SVG file will give you a whole new creation, which I absolutely love. All right, y'all, I sure hope I inspired you to create, and I'll see you on the next one.